There are too many YouTubers promoting this myth, the myth, animal domestication, and for some odd reason the zebra is the poster child of this myth. But wonder if my tiny little YouTube video will ever stand up and be heard, especially in the view of big companies like CGP Grey with over 4.2 million subscribers. Will my voice get heard? Well, you know, you're the ones that could actually perhaps decide that and make a difference if you agree with what I'm about to say, or you could perhaps just see this video as a load of bull. Let's get started. Domestication is actually broken up into three main categories: direct assistance, indirect assistance, food, and clothing. Let's discuss the first one, direct assistance. There are subcategories for direct assistance, primarily hunting. Yes, dogs were bred in all shapes and sizes for pure hunting purposes. And cats, well, when humans figured out that rodents carried disease and cats were natural predators to rodents, but cats didn't carry disease, we realized that we could put cats to work. They're actually very good at eradicating rodents. Let's talk about guard dogs. These guys over here will rip your arms off and slap you with a sloppy side. Then we converted our animals to pets, which is a whole new category of domestication and has caused a lot of confusion. It's hard to imagine that these little cute guys over here, yeah, they were once only put out to work and kill on our behalf, but nowadays they just hang around being cute little animals and don't even pay the rent. It's hard to imagine that these cute little puppies over here were once bred to kill for us, and now, well, you can see they're cute little puppies. And this little puppy over here, this cute little guy, this video has seen 12 million views, which of course actually extends the whole concept of why pets are seen as domestication only. Remember I said 12 million views? 12 million views for that? Wow, with so many views, maybe I can start to understand why YouTubers get this domestication thing confused. Let's carry on with indirect assistance, further broken up into the subcategories of pulling carriages. Now, over here we domesticated oxen to do, amongst other things, pull carriages. And horses, yeah, well, horses also pull carriages for us. Zebras can also pull carriages. Try and remember this image for a bit later. Moving on to the next category, pulling farm equipment. These oxen were domesticated for the purpose of pulling farm equipment. General heavy lifting, elephants have been put to work for over 1,000 years. By definition, that's domestication. Our final category, food and clothing, with the obvious subcategory of meat, vegetarians. Please look away right now. Okay, and then we have milk, and followed by their skins, which is sometimes given to us unwillingly, and sometimes these guys are kind of okay with it. Quick note, taming does not equal domestication, but it is a pathway to domestication, which does create quite a bit of confusion. In summary, all animals can be domesticated, and I mean all animals can be domesticated, except maybe pandas. Well, more about that. The only decision factor is truly viability. We are done with my theory. Now, on to CGP Grey's video. I'm only picking on CGP Grey because his specific video on this topic has a whopping 7.1 million views, making him the leader in this clip by CGP Grey where he's talking about tigers. Every time he mentions the word tigers, I want you to think the word cat or dog. Remember, he says tiger, you think cat or dog. It's time for CGP Grey's clip. Ready? Go!
Turns grass into steaks, and a tiger a machine that turns steaks into tiger. 10 pounds of grass make a pound of steak, and 10 pounds of steak make a pound of tiger.
He's confused categories 1 and 3.
So pure carnivores you're not going to domesticate.
But cats and dogs are carnivores. Alright, let's carry on.
And if it's big and not dangerous, it's a nervous wreck. Try sneaking up on a gazelle, rhymes with LOL.
Or what the hell. It turns out that gazelles can be quite tame and friendly, but their meat doesn't taste very good unless you can think of something else to do with them.
Next up, some animals have reproductive preferences that make them incompatible with captivity. Looking at you, pandas.
I don't know what to say here. Maybe pandas cannot be domesticated, but CGP Grey's got a good point. Alright, let's move on to the next one.
It also needs to grow up fast. This gets us to the heart of domestication versus taming. Again, to domesticate a species is to change it to make it better for us. And compare and contrast elephants. 2 years to make a calf, 5 years in between calves, 9 years until female maturity, 15 years for males. You've got to be kidding, elephants. There's no time for this. But humans can still tame elephants. You can catch an elephant and train it not to freak out around humans, then put it to work. But elephant domestication would require accurate records over several human lives. Never mind that keeping 1 or 2 tamed elephants around is incredibly costly, which is why war elephants only happened on occasion in already complex societies. Tame elephants are a luxury.
For over 1,000 years, elephants were put to work all across South Asia. That's not a luxury, that's the definition of domestication.
Hence this rule of thumb. If it's on a farm, it's domesticated. If it's in a circus, it's tame.
Let's get sarcastic. Some horses have never been on a farm, and these ones over here look like they've never been domesticated. What about camels? Camels don't go on farms, but these here in the circus, they're not domesticated either. What about dogs? Are these dogs not domesticated? And then what about cats? Cats are... You know what? This is actually just kind of cool. I'm just going to let this one run. So it looks like his rule of thumb is not looking very good. Okay, it's time to get on and start talking about the zebra.
Finally, families. Okay, zebra versus horses. Horses are civilization game changers. It's remarkable to think that from thousands BC until the telegraph, a dude on a horse was the best internet available. Horses were domesticated in Eurasia, but humans started in Africa, which has zebra. Why didn't the first humans ride out of Africa on the backs of zebra to conquer the world? Because zebra are bastards. They live to kick and bite, dangerous in a pre-penicillin world, and zebra also have a ducking reflex, making them very frustrating to lasso. In addition to being a real pain in the ass animal, zebra lack a family structure. Horse herds hierarchy. You can see it when they travel in a line. The male, top female, her foals, second female, her foals, and so on. Humans, by capturing and taming the lead male, become head horse. Lots of barnyard animals are barnyard animals because they have family values humans exploit. They just grow up with the idea that this human is a funny sort of take-charge cow or whatever. No big deal.
Ironic. Cows have got the same family structure as zebras. And why didn't he ever do his homework? This YouTube video predates this entire topic. Domestication normally starts with catching the young offspring and then raising them. Zebras, like any other animal, can be domesticated. If you think this video was an exception, then ready, set, go. Zebras can be tamed and could be ridden out of Africa, but that is to assume that there was an interest in actually mounting any animal. Just because Europeans mounted animals makes many YouTubers arrogantly believe that there was something wrong. Why are Africans expected to act like Europeans? Ironically, in southern Africa, it appears that zebras may have been used as mules, and that the domestication of the zebra may have actually changed and created an animal called the quagga. What is the quagga? Well, Google it and don't worry about the spelling. Well, that's a very cute and maybe tame zebra. Well, CGP, I leave you the last word.
So that's the checklist. Friendly, feedable, fecund, family-friendly. It's not a long checklist, but for hunter-gatherers, any animal they wanted to domesticate needed everything, which is why in early human history, only a baker's dozen of big animals were domesticated the world over.
Alright, we're done. So now it's your turn to decide. Yeah. You're still around? Well, if you've got nothing to do, you know, you could perhaps, I don't know, help me out a little and, thanks for watching.